Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you doing out there? Before I go on, I want to say please like, subscribe, click the bell icon to get those notifications. Please tell your friends how me push my channel. I would really appreciate it. If you want me to talk on anything specifically, please let me know. I haven't done much with shows in the last couple weeks. I worked all weekend, and then I just worked all week too, so I haven't done any shows, but I got one Saturday coming up. Next level. Actually, here in Sacramento, I'll be working in a tournament there, and I'll probably have some video from that day. Anyways, man, a lot going on in the wrestling world, and I generally don't try to touch on WWE topics because there's too many people who have issues with what I say about WWE and AEW and all that sort. But I was going to talk about the CM Punk return. I think it's been played out. I do have an opinion on that, but I'll get into that some other point. I was going to talk about fucking Brock Lesnar coming back and John Cena and all that shit. But what I want to talk about is Becky Lynch and Bianka Belair. That's her last name. I always just say Bianca. Chick with the long hair. Fans are so pissed off that Becky Lynch came in and beat her so quickly. And my opinion on this whole thing, it was fucked up. Bianca should not be jobbing the belt out that quick, not that soon. I thought they could have built the story better, maybe pushed it for a WrestleMania match, and they dropped the ball because no matter what they come up with now, it's not going to be as good as that. Now I don't know what happened with Sasha Banks. There's always these rumors on what culture, and somebody heard from Dave Meltzer that this happened, and I'm not shitting on Dave, please. Dave's awesome. I think he has a lot of connections and he knows his shit, so don't go back and fucking tell him I'm talking shit about him, because I'm not. I've always been cool with Dave. But anyways, so everybody's shitting on this whole thing, and nobody knows why Sasha Banks didn't show up or why she wasn't, the change happened or whatever. Everybody has their thing. Well, they changed it because CM Punk came back and all this stuff like that. Honestly, none of us really know. So, but what I will touch on is people being upset that Becky Lynch won the belt that quick. And I have a different opinion on it because, in my opinion, it's the fucking fans' fault that happened. Because when they were pushing Becky before she got pregnant, she could fucking do no wrong. And she was beating up everybody, winning 2 belts, just basically trying to be like every male wrestler there was, trying to be like Stone Cold, trying to be like all this, the man and the man. And everybody fucking bought into it. She's the greatest thing ever. She's the new fucking star. She's on the fucking video game box and the magazines. Everybody's buying all her merchandise and all this shit. You fucking fans built her up to be this monster. Even when, I want to say it was WrestleMania, she fucking went over, kept the belt, came out on Raw, announced she was pregnant, and then just handed it over to Asuka. Now, we're supposed to fucking believe that after WrestleMania, they had the WrestleMania party, blah, blah, went back to the hotel room and said, I'm going to take a pregnancy test right now. I feel a little sick. No, she knew she was fucking pregnant before that match. She didn't want a job. She wanted to win and then fucking come out and hand the belt away so she can come back later as basically what she did as a monster. I never lost the belt or whatever. And that's because the fans fucking bought into that shit. And the fans pushed her to be this fucking stud of a fucking wrestler that nobody could beat, that was untouchable. And now that the WWE comes in and puts her right back in that role, you're going to be fucking mad? Now, it happens all the time whenever somebody that big and that powerful, that much of a star comes back, they fucking take their spot right back. And you know damn well, because Becky Lynch is royalty in the fucking WWE, she probably had a hand saying, I want to go over this way. And this is the only way it's going to happen. Maybe she wasn't fully clear to work a full match. We don't know. But what I'm saying is that you can't be mad because the monster you guys created came back and took her spot back. Now, do I agree with that? Fuck no. There's no way Bianca Belair should have been treated that way. I thought it was fucking unfair. I thought it was bullshit. I wasn't a Bianca fan in the first place when they gave her the belt. I thought it was too soon. But she's been doing a great job with it, so I can't fault her for that. But just to have her job that way, yeah, it's utterly ridiculous and it's bullshit. But I wasn't one of those ones who's not bought into the whole Becky Lynch thing. I've never been a fan of Becky Lynch. I've never bought into this shit where she was coming out, like she was a dude, and and everybody bought into it. She's, they believed it, and now she comes back in the role you guys put her in, and you're mad. So it just doesn't make any sense. This is why I tell people you can't listen to everything the fans want. You still got to go with the structure of how to book wrestling. And the WWE doesn't do it because why? They don't hire fucking wrestlers to book their shows. They have some storyline writers or whatever other sitcom writers they can find to help their product, which that's why their product shit. So if we're gonna blame anybody, fans, blame yourself, because when you start believing this shit, you gotta understand. Like, I know a lot of you guys know the kayfabe words and all this stuff, but it's a fucking work, and people have to be put in certain spots so things make sense, and things could mesh and flow right. But because the fans are so boisterous on social media and all this bullshit, you have these writers who want to keep their job and are fucking being bullied into doing shit. They try to listen to you and do what you want. And the problem is, you can't listen to what every fan wants. If you get 10 fans in a room, they're all going to say they wanted something different. So that's why as a booker or a promoter, you have to do what your vision is. And you push things a certain way. Yes, there's always going to be somebody talking shit in the audience, or doesn't want this, or doesn't want this. If this doesn't happen, we riot. Well, fucking go ahead. But at least it follows the structure of what's going on, and people will buy into it. So, anyways, man, I just get utterly frustrated with some wrestling fans who don't understand how shit works and how it should work. And then you guys create a monster, and then you want to shit on it now. So yeah, Bianka Belair shouldn't have lost that. They should have worked the program. They could have brought Becky Lynch in to elevate somebody else. I think would have been nice. Bring her in to elevate, an underneath person, and get some gimmick going. But and then just save Bianca and her for WrestleMania. But they didn't do it that way. They thought they were listening to the fans, and turned their back shit on them. But like I said, there's no good booking going on in wrestling right now. Hollywood, our NWA Hollywood has a couple pretty good things going on. MLW has a couple pretty good things going on. But as far as show beginning to end, there's nobody telling a compelling story or anything. Right now, what's getting people in the building is athleticism. And that's cool, but at some point it runs its course, So I don't know, man. I guess I have a different feeling on the whole thing. I'll never agree with that, but I'm not a Becky Lynch fan, so it's just bullshit. I feel really bad for Bianca, that she should still have a run. She should, have a longer run. And who knows, they're probably gonna give it back to her because they know they fucked up, and it's just gonna kill the belt again because everybody's having it every fucking week. Somebody else is winning the belt. So, but anyways, man, I get utterly just frustrated sometimes listening to certain fans talk about shit like that when it's you guys just don't understand how everything people do, there's a cause and effect, and this is a perfect example of it. So stop believing in bullshit and go back to making shit at least be believable. And when it's believable, more people will buy into it. But when you're doing this shit like beating up men, winning every belt, and it's come on, man. That's why the product shit. Please, WWE, hire. I don't give a shit if it's Dutch Mantel or Pritchard or somebody that can fucking write storylines, and teach people to do it the right way. Anyways, man, I'm out. I'm about to throw this fucking bottle or this fucking cup across the thing because I'm watching the replay of it right now. But anyways, love y'all, and I'll talk to you soon.